Wait for the light. Good evening. This is Thursday, December 12th, 2024. Now 6:30 p.m. I call the Fraser City Council regular meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Mr. Gishlad, could you call the roll, please?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Baranski.
Present.
Mayor Lesich.
Present.
Councilmember Odell.
Here.
Councilmember Perry.
Here.
Councilmember Shornack.
Here.
Councilmember Stein.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Sutherland.
Present.
That is a quorum.
Thank you very much. Item number 4, approval of the agenda. Do we have any changes to the agenda? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Okay, motion to approve the agenda made by Councilmember Odell, seconded by Councilmember Shornack. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. The agenda is approved. Item number 5, citizen participation on agenda items. This is the moment of the meeting. If you can't be here for the regular part of the meeting where that agenda item is brought up, you can speak about it now. All right, seeing none, we will just move on to item number 6, consent agenda. I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, motion by Councilmember Stein, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Sutherland to approve the consent agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion, all opposed say nay. Motion passes. Thank you very much. Item number 7A, new business planning commission appointments. We have 3 potential appointments tonight. And I would start with current Planning Commission member Joanne Barr. Is there a motion to reappoint? Go ahead, Mr. Odell. I'm sorry. I saw his finger and your light come on. I apologize. Ms. Shornack?
I would like to make a motion to reappoint Ms. Joanne Barr to the Planning Commission. She's done an excellent job with all of her years of service, and we appreciate it.
Second.
Okay, motion by Councilmember Shornack, seconded by Councilmember Odell to reappoint Joanne Barr for a period of,
Term ending December 31st, 2027.
thank you very
Sorry, I was
much.
looking for
I apologize for not catching that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Barr, for your service. You're back on the board. Item number 2, reappoint Renee Meyer. Councilmember Odell.
Yeah, I would like to make a motion to reappoint Renee Meyer to the Planning Commission with term ending December 31st, 2027.
I'll second it.
All right, motion by Councilmember Odell, seconded by Councilmember Stein to reappoint Renee Meyer to a term ending 12/31/27. Any member of the audience like to speak on this? All in favor, say aye. 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 Opposed? Motion passes. Welcome back to the board. Item number 3, reappoint Randy Warnick for a term ending 12/31/2027. Do I have a motion to do that? All right, Councilmember Shornack.
I would like to make a motion to reappoint Randy Warnick to the Planning Commission, term to expire December 31st, 2027.
Second.
All right, motion by Councilmember Shornack, seconded by Councilmember Baranski. Anyone in the audience like to speak on this? Any council? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much. Item number 7B, Zoning Board of Appeals appointments. Item number 1 is reappoint Joe Chimenti. Councilmember Shornack.
I would like to make a motion to reappoint Joe Chimenti to the Zoning Board of Appeals. Again, all of the appointees this evening have done a great service for our community, and they want to continue, so we would love to have them continue. I believe that's a term ending the 31st of December for 2027 as well. Hold on, I'm trying to get there.
Okay.
Second.
Okay.
Motion by Councilmember Shornack, seconded by Councilmember Baranski. Anyone in the audience like to speak on this? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item 7B, number 2, reappoint Roseanne Menendez to the Zoning Board of Appeals, term ending 12/31/27. Councilmember Shornack.
I would like to Make a motion to reappoint Roseanne Menendez to the Zoning Board of Appeals to serve out a term from, to December 31st of 2027. And again, our thanks for her excellent service on the board as well.
I will second that motion. All right, any member of the audience like to speak on this? Seeing none, any council members? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Welcome back, Roseanne Menendez. Item number 7C, ordinance amendments, special assessments, Chapter 24, installments. Mr. Denault or Ms. Levin, whichever would like to take this.
You have before you a ordinance amendment that would bring our ordinance for the permissible number of installments for special assessments in line with what we have in our charter. In our charter, we allow for installment payments to go to 15. In our special assessment ordinance, currently, it only allows for going to 10. With the industrial park roads that we are looking to make some improvements to, it was requested that we do as long a term as possible, so we're looking to bring both of these in line to 15 installments.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Shornack.
I just like to, so that in case anybody's confused, make sure people know that we're going from 10 years to 15 years, because the years are not stated in the consideration, so. And, yeah, I won't make the motion on that one, but I just want to make sure that the public knows it's for going from 10 years to 15 years, that's all.
All right. And, Mr. Denault, is that 15 installments or 15 years? Just can you clarify that for us all?
It is 15 installments, and I thought about that when I was making the amendment to the ordinance, but the term installment is meant to imply an annual installment. They just don't use the term annual in the ordinance, but that's what it refers to.
We would levy a special assessment annually, correct?
Annually, correct.
That satisfy your?
Yes, I just, annually still is yearly, and I just, for the mainstream people.
Councilmember Odell.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the ordinance as submitted from 10 years to 15 years on the special assessment installment payments as presented.
Second.
All right. Motion by Councilmember Odell, seconded by Councilmember Baranski to modify the ordinance to allow for 15 installments rather than the current 10. Any member of council would like to speak on this? Member of the audience? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Ordinance is amended. All right, moving fast. All right. Item D, public hearing for Industrial Road Special Assessment District. Can we start with a little introduction on this? City Manager Levin?
Sure, no problem. So you are very aware that we have been working on this project for a number of years, and it certainly predates me and probably most of you on the board as well, the need for redoing the roads in the industrial park. We attempted to move forward with this last year. However, we got some feedback from the property owners in the industrial park that they were very concerned about the high cost and what it would be, or how detrimental it could be to some of the businesses. The progress that we have made on this is that we were able to get a $4 million earmark from the state for the industrial park roads, which will cover about 25% of that project costs. We've got about 25% coming from general fund, and the rest we would be bonding out for. Of that, we are looking to have a special assessment district for the property owners in the industrial park that would provide for up to 25% of the project costs with a cap of $4 million for this project.
Thank you very much. Any member of council would like to
Can I ask a question? Does that mean then special,
Sir, you got to come up.
Sir, you got to come up here so we can get you for the record and everyone can hear you, so.
But give us 1 second.
we opening the meeting?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
not yet,
hang
so
on,
just
hang
give us a minute. Nope, you got to give us a minute.
Hang on a
though.
second. Hang on a second. Let's do this the right way.
Yep.
Hold on. What we're going to do here in a minute is have a public hearing, which is a special part of our meeting, and then you can make your comments there. If you have a question, we'd like to answer that. We'd like to have our professionals. Let's start with your quick question. If it gets too long, we'll save it for a minute. Oh, you got to turn, hold. That's the push.
Thank you.
We have your name, sir.
I'm sorry.
Name and address.
David Chavella, 31337 Cyril Avenue.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and ask your quick
In
question.
regards to the funding any outside sources that are going to be applied to the industrial roads to repair them, you basically, what I heard, and I'm a little hearing impaired, but you had said that roughly 3/4, 75% anyway, of those roads will be funded by a state grant?
No.
Anything
No,
else?
let's slow that back.
Go ahead, please, if you
Like
would.
me to?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So of the approximately $16 million, we've got $4 million that is coming from a state earmark, $4 million that is coming from our general fund, and then $4 million that would be coming from an SAD, and then the other $4 million, the city would be paying through bonds along with the SAD
Over 15 years.
over 15 years.
Over 15?
Correct.
15 what, I'm sorry?
15 years.
15 years.
All
Okay.
right.
All right, so that hopefully will be, the industrial road park area will be paid for in 15 years?
Yep.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, and you'll have an opportunity in a minute to do that. Any other questions from council before we open the public hearing? All right, then let's open the public. It's now 6:42 PM, 6:43 PM. I open the public hearing for Industrial Road Special Assessment District. Anyone would like to speak on this at this time? This is your. Yes, anyone from the,
Ken, you feeling
this
okay?
is,
It's just about the role, though. It's not about the.
know.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
just about, yeah.
can we, and let's clarify that if we could, Mr. Denault. This is about establishing the role, is that correct?
Yes, tonight is strictly limited to taking the information that the assessor and the engineer have presented and provided, that the public has had access to now for a bit, that is in your backup, and taking that information and establishing that that is going to be the proposed special assessment district. There will be another opportunity and another public hearing in the future, probably January, I'm guessing, for any objections to be heard. So this is really just about establishing the district tonight.
This identifies the parcels that are, that contain, that are the district itself?
Yes.
Okay. Name and address for the record, sir.
Ken Imler, 18500 Malin.
Is that on?
It's off again.
Try that again.
Ken Imler, 18500 Malin. No, I'm just excited with the progress we've made to this point. And I kind of thought my silence would be the best, not to say a word, so I don't ruin anything. That's why I wasn't planning on saying anything. But, so no, thank you. I'm excited with this. In all my years, I've never seen this kind of cooperation, and I'm excited with this council. And if you guys remain the same for the next 15 years, the city, I don't need to come to these meetings anymore. That's how much confidence I have in you. So, I was actually waiting for
You
someone
guys are
else to
screwed
say
because I'm not here in 15 years.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it won't look the same, but anyways,
Okay, well, thank you.
yeah, so that's it.
All right. Anyone else like to speak during this part of this public hearing? Come on up. Name and address for the record, please.
Yeah, my name is Joe Jablinski. Address is 34700 Commerce. What the basic question, so how much we going to pay, like 25%? My basic question, how much the people pay from the Kelly Street or 15 Mile when we redo the road?
That's a different question, but
Oh, because we've been like treated like in second class, or third class, because, if the people on the Killy, what pay the Killy? What pay on the 15 mile? What pay on the other street?
I can answer that in a minute. So the question is, what do we, other streets like 15 Mile, which is County Road?
Yeah, just like, because from same complex, the building is toward the 15 mile, so that people is actually laughing, say, oh, you guys paying in, using second building because you go using in, the street. Well, the street has not been really actually for the complex. The street, when repair the Killy, all traffic go through the subdivision. When been repair 15 mile, all the traffic can go through the subdivision. So this actually, it is like in public street, everyone in drive through.
Okay.
So I don't see the difference. I say just now I wonder, because the people I say from Kelly, from 14 mile, from other residents, and laughing, I say, what you guys?
Okay. All right, I'll try to answer that in a minute.
Yeah, because, this big money, just what I understand is like $850 per foot, 25%, so still is $220, probably $210 per foot. If on 250 foot, so it's like what, 70 grand?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Any other comments from the audience? All right, seeing none, I will close the public hearing at 6:47 PM. And I'll just answer that question. On 15 Mile, and Kelly is an example, the city cooperated with the county and Clinton Township on that project. So we did a cost sharing. I think we paid 25% of that project. So various projects have various partners. In our case, the partner is the City of Fraser, State of Michigan, and the property owners. And that's how we're getting, that's our proposal to get this done. So next up would be the agenda item. All right. 7E, Resolution 2024-016 to establish an industrial road special assessment district. City Manager Levin.
So before you have the resolution, this is the first step to move forward with those road improvements that we've had the public hearing for and previous discussion on. This establishes the district, and just looking for approval for, I'm sorry, approval to pass the resolution.
Councilmember Baranski.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution as submitted in the packet.
Okay, motion by Councilmember Baranski, seconded by Councilmember Shornack to approve Resolution 2024-016 to establish an industrial road special assessment district as presented in the packet. Any member of council would like to speak on this? Any member of the audience would like to speak on this? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. We have established this special assessment district. Item number 7F, set public hearing for industrial road special assessment role. This would be City Manager Levin. You want to explain that a little bit?
Yes, so this would be the next step in the process, is that we have to set a public hearing for the tax roll. This is the part of the process where each of the individual parcels has the assessed amount determined, and it would be their opportunity during that public hearing to protest any of that amount for any particular reason.
Okay. Councilmember Baranski.
I move to set a public hearing for January 9th, 2025, for the special assessment role for the Industrial Park Special Assessment District.
Second.
As stated in the packet.
Okay. Motion by Councilmember Baranski, seconded by Councilmember Odell to set a public hearing for the industrial road special assessment role. Councilmember Shornack.
I just want to make sure, Mr. Emler, you guys make sure that you get that info out to the industrial park owners, please, because I don't want anybody coming in February saying, we got no knowledge, we didn't know, we didn't get to say anything, because, yeah, I don't want to fly in the ointment. I'll leave it up to you gentlemen to take care of that.
And we have special notices that we
Oh,
do have to
perfect.
send out to all the
Excellent.
property owners.
You have to,
Okay, double it down, boys and girls, double it down. That's all I'm saying. Make sure it's out there, the word's out there.
Mr. Denault, do you have anything to add to that? Or how does it work? Just so that people,
Sure, yeah. No, I was just asking the city manager too, in thinking of that. Just January 9th is literally 8 days after a holiday, so I just want to make sure that the city has the ability to get the notices out, because it is an obligation that every property owner will get notice of what we've done tonight, and notice of being able to come to that potential, or that public hearing, to potentially object to anything they see that's mistaken or erroneous. And logistically speaking, we don't have a lot of work days in the next few weeks, but I think we can get it done. Sounds like it.
Who do you work for?
Logistically speaking.
all right. So, let's see, so this is just setting the public hearing. Any member of the audience, I think I asked. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we have a public hearing. Thank you very much. Item 7G, this is the public hearing for proposed water and sewer rates. Let's have an introduction by City Manager Levin a little bit. Tell us what's happening and why we're here.
So as you will recall, we have been working on a utility rate study with Municipal Analytics, and one of the things that we have received from this study is recommendations for proposed water and sewer rates, along with the ready-to-serve charges based on the planned capital expenditures that we have in the future, and also all of our expenses. You do have before you what the public notice was and the rates that were noticed in the Macomb Daily, as well as many of our digital platforms. Tonight, looking to just get any type of public feedback, and should you choose to move forward, the next item that we have would be to set those rates, which would be effective April 1st next year.
Any questions from council before we open the public hearing? All right, it is now 6:53 PM, and I open the public hearing for the 2025 water and sewer rates. Any member of the public like to speak on water and sewer rates? Okay. Sure, you're welcome to come on up.
Hi, David Chavella here again, 3133
Welcome.
South Real Avenue, and this is a question basically that many of us, I'm sure, and other residents who are not present here in the city would like to ask just why the rates are being proposed to be increased again, and why are we paying so much? We're one of the highest paying taxpayer bases in the county for our water consumption. I'd like to know, if I could please, just a little background, short summary in the background of the water usage and the rates that we're paying and will continue to pay for some time. So with that, I'll turn it back over to city council members. I don't know which one of you, if not all, if you have a little bit to do. You?
I'm the one, yes.
Okay.
I can answer your question after we close the public hearing, so I'll give you a little background on it. Pardon me? We had two or three already, so,
Okay.
yep. But we can get that information to you, too. All right, anyone else from the public like to speak during the public hearing on the water and sewer rates? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing at 6:55 PM. All right, just briefly, the water, we are having a $22 million capital improvement plan, which includes mostly water mains over the next 7 years, I believe it is. And that is funded through your water and sewer rates. The rates have not been increased in 4 years. I think 21 was, I think, the last increase. So this would be the first time, and it has only increased about 1.5% each year, average since 2018. I did that math tonight. So we have a large capital improvement project plan ahead of us. the Great Lakes Water Authority, who we buy our water from, and the county, who we send our dirty water to, take up over half of our budget. And then the capital improvement plan is between $2 and $3 million a year over the next 7 years. So all of these things are expensive, and that's why the rates are proposed as they are. We do have a study, and if you give your name to City Manager Levin, she can provide you a copy of that study, I believe. And you can see how we got to where we were. Sure. Would you like to?
No.
Okay. Councilmember Brace.
Also, the last meeting we had in November, I encourage everyone who wants to understand why we are looking at the rates we are at. He did an amazing presentation. It's online. You can watch the video. You can pause. There's demonstrative evidence to support what it was. You will see why we are now considering what we are considering, because it is laid out crystal clear that why we are behind, what the consequences are if we don't increase our water, why we pay what we pay. It's not because any of us are making money. The city's not wasting it. The economic realities of the city is laid out crystal clear in a very extensive presentation that was on the last meeting in November.
And our meetings are on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure. Okay, you got to come up here. We can't hear, the public can't hear you, and they would have the right to do that.
I'd just like to ask the council here right now, is there any recourse on what we're being charged by the water that's being sent to us from the metropolitan area? Is there any recourse in they're not charging us so much? And how much are we paying in relation to the other communities in the Tri-County area? I'm supposing it's the Tri-County area that supplies the Detroit water, that Detroit Water Supply gives us. So I'm just wondering if any of you have ever chosen or thought about asking for recourse and how much they charge to the municipalities.
Well, and normally we would just take your comment, but I will, since you're the only one here, I'll answer that. The Great Lakes Water Authority, we contract with them for our wholesale water. They do set the rates, but we do have an excellent representative on that board, Brian Baker. He works for Candace Miller's office. He is a pretty smart finance guy, and he does represent Macomb County and its customers on the Great Lakes Water Authority Board. Our recourse is minimal because we do not produce water. We don't have wells. We are a distributor of water that's clean, and we are what would we call it, a distributor of water to somewhere else when we're done using it. In between, we maintain all of the water mains, the sewer mains, everything within the city, and that is only about 12% of our annual budget. So those are the facts as I know them, is that most of the money goes to pay somebody else or to repair and replace our water mains. That's the whole plan. So that's as far as we can go right now. If you'd like to reach out to Candace Miller's office and talk to her deputy, he's been very helpful in representing us and explaining it in simple terms. But I'd start with the plan we got, that we have, and it's thank you. Okay. All right, we're on item 7H then, Resolution 2024-017 to set water and sewer rates. City Manager, you want to start?
Sure, yeah, you have the resolution before you that will set those
I did,
sewer rates.
656, I think it was.
Sorry, I didn't hear
No,
him close it.
that's fine.
You have the resolution before you that would set those rates that were prepared and are before you for consideration from Municipal Analytics. As I mentioned previously, these would be effective April 1st, 2025, and to remain in effect until at least June 30th, 2026.
question. Are they, you said they're in effect April 1st. Does that mean is that when we start charging those rates, or is that when we start billing them?
So it would be when we start charging them. So it would be the bill after April 1st.
So, okay, I just want to make sure, because I thought we were starting them in March. It was March 1st, I believe.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, and it's common that's why I said it, is I just want to make sure, when the rates are effective is March 1st, the bill in April would be the bill that reflects the change rate. It's a common,
Yeah, so Mr. Mayor, we did, yeah, it is a common verbiage, but we do, in the resolution that's in your packet, we do say effective March 1st, but no one would see that bill until those rates have been charged for the March usages.
Correct.
Right, so
Yes.
the April 1st date would be when the first bill would take effect for residents,
yeah, you'll see your first bill with these new rates in April.
or whenever the bills go out, yes.
All right, any other questions? Would entertain a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2024-017 to set water and sewer rates.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Mayor Pro Tem Sutherland, seconded by Councilmember Perry, to approve Resolution 2024-017 to set water and sewer rates for the City of Fraser. Any member of the audience like to speak? Any other council members? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. The rates are set, and they will be effective March 1st, 2025. Thank you very much, everyone. Item 7I, Municipal Analytics Proposal for Connection Charge Analysis. City Manager Levin.
So working through with Municipal Analytics on our utility rate study, there were a couple of items that came up during our meetings with them. This is the first of two proposals that we have from them on the agenda tonight for approval. This one would be to help assist our staff in putting together a clear basis for our current connection charges and helping facilitate all of that at a cost not to exceed $4,500.
It's for connection charges, correct? Yep.
Correct.
Okay. Any questions from council on what connection charges are? Councilmember Bransky.
I'll make a motion to approve the proposal for connection charge analysis for municipal analytics at a cost not to exceed $4,500.
Second. All right, motion by Councilmember Bransky, seconded by Mayor Lesich, to approve the municipal analytics proposal for connection charge analysis. Any member of the audience like to speak? Any member of council? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item 7J, Municipal Analytics Proposal for BSNA Utility Billing Database Support. City Manager Levin, can you repeat that?
Sure. So this one is just a little bit different. This one would involve Municipal Analytics really doing a deep dive into our database in BSNA regarding all of the users, charges, account setup, and everything, and helping us with that. It'd be through a combination of a flat fee for setup, review fees, and some hourly fees. Based on the proposal that they've submitted, the estimated cost is likely less than $10,000. Certainly with us transitioning from one person that's doing payroll and utility billing, we're actually going to be having the new payroll clerk starting fairly soon. So that will free up Tanya to be working solely with them on this utility billing project. So I would anticipate that that will help reduce our costs. So looking for approval for this proposal as submitted from Municipal Analytics.
Councilmember Bransky.
I'll make a motion to approve the proposal for BSNA utility billing database support from municipal analytics not to exceed $10,000.
I second it.
Okay. All right. I'd just like to talk a little bit about this. I do similar work in other communities, and I think this is a reasonable price. And the value you get out of it is they will look through all of our accounts. They'll make sure that everybody has all of the appropriate billing items. We may find some accounts that are inactive that we turn on, and in my experience, this pays for itself. through cleaning up the database, and over time, just saving Tanya time and the utility billing staff. Streamlines it, along with the rate changes and the necessary setup. All of this is really, it's not something that our staff does every day. So this is the kind of specialty work where the consultant can work with them, show them how to do it, do a lot of the mass changes, and then support them later. So, any member of council, any other questions? Member of the audience, anything you wanted to say? All right. Motion by Councilmember Bransky, second by Councilmember Stein, to approve the municipal analytics utility billing database support. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item 7K, Kingston water main replacement. That would be Mr. Vigneron, I believe. Name for the record, please.
Michael Vigneron, Anderson, Exton, and Westrick. Thank you for having us here again tonight. Before you have a request to approve a construction contract with Paymar Enterprises for water main replacement work in Kingston. Kingston was one of the 4 streets that was budgeted for water main replacement in the current fiscal year. Some information has became available to the DPW in terms of some deficient flows that have been found in that area. So we'd like to advance that by utilizing the contractor that we currently have under contract. They've agreed to extend their unit prices for this project and are available to start as weather allows, as council awards a contract, and as Eagle approves the permit for this particular project.
This would be Kingston from what?
Kingston between Fruehoff and Utica.
Okay, thank you. We have a couple questions. Councilmember Shornack.
How are we fixing this? Is this like a pipe bursting thing, or is this an actual dig up and pull them out? What is this?
Sure, this will be a directional drill method of construction, so it'll be a new alignment. The existing water main will stay in place, and we'll drill a new plastic PVC water main into a new alignment. New water services will be drilled across the road. There will be no temporary water required for this because it'll be a new main in a new location.
Okay, so very little interruption to.
Less trench
residents.
than, yes. There will be driveways that may need to be replaced because of water service locations and things of that nature. We've, by replacing services across the street rather than trying to dig them up at the main, we're going to minimize the number of street excavations and driveway excavations.
And are they moving them if they are under the driveway when they're there, and they'll be moving them, right, so they can have easier access if needed?
Correct. To the extent feasible, we're going to move the tap location outside of driveways so that if there was a need to dig that up in the future, the connection at the right-of-way or the stop box would remain where it is in most cases.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Councilmember Bransky.
Yeah, so this is the same vendor that did Aaron and Admiral.
Correct.
And they did an amazing job. It's never good when you're in it, but having seen other parts of the city, particularly the rehab, and it's seamless. And so with that, I'll make the motion to approve the extension as submitted in the packet.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Councilmember Bransky, second by Councilmember Shornack, to approve the Kingston water main replacement at by Paymar at their existing rates. Any other members of council? Member of the audience? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that's it. Item number 7L, 2022 water main replacement final balancing change order.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, members of council, again, happy to be here to present this final balancing change order. So this was the work that was done on Airport and Winsome and Spring Court almost 2 years ago now. The project took it a little bit longer to get to an acceptable restoration position and get ready to close out. We're there now. The construction contract did exceed the amount awarded by council for the construction work. Pursuant to city ordinances, it does require for that to come back to council for approval. I would like to point out, though, the total amount of the construction phase is about $26,000 less than was authorized by council for the project expenditure. Engineering that was estimated for the project came in less than was estimated, so there's still a negative offset in total of $26,000, give or take.
Negative offset. What's that in English?
So the amount awarded is $26,000 more than would be the final project cost if this were approved. Even though you're saving money.
Just have to change categories. Right? Love it.
Any other questions from council on this? I would entertain a motion. Councilmember Odell.
Make a motion to approve the additional $35,069.12 in contract costs for the 22 water main replacement program contract with TR Herbsack Incorporated, increasing the authorized amount from $1,612,943.75 to $1,648,012.87 as submitted.
Second. Oh, okay. Motion by Councilmember Odell, seconded by Councilmember Baranski, as stated. Any member of council like to speak on this? Member of the audience?
I have a question.
Yes,
So
please.
does the increased cost, is this the same project where we had Miss Lenz come in and all of, her yard, and we were going back and forth with the grass, and then the driveway had to be replaced and all that? The additional cost, that's not as a result of any of those things that they had to come back and redo because it was done to an inferior extent the first time.
Correct. No, AEW actually paid for the driveway to be removed and replaced.
Okay.
This is largely due to other driveway replacements that were required to facilitate construction. Again, some of the water services were under driveways where they weren't anticipated to be there. For ADA compliance, when we put the new sidewalk in, you can't exceed certain cross slopes, and to save those existing driveways would have put the sidewalk out of compliance. So it needed to be removed and replaced. So the bulk of that additional cost is in new driveways up and down the street.
Okay.
Okay. Did I make a motion?
There's a motion in a second.
Yes. Motion by,
I just had a question really quick.
go ahead. Yeah.
It's not related to this particular project, but like on Crestwood for the water main replacement and everything. So is all that done then? In those areas in that neighborhood?
When you say all of that, Crestwood and Huber are still budgeted for, in the current fiscal year, those are going to be bid separately, so.
Okay, so those were, I just wanted to, because I'm like, I haven't seen anything. So I was just curious because we're talking about water main breaks that had we done, I knew there was some stuff done, but I didn't know what was. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 7M, 2023 water main replacement balancing change order.
Thank you again. Very similar to the prior request, there were some additional construction costs that were incurred or would be incurred as the result of the construction on this contract, mostly related to additional pavement that needed to be done to facilitate construction. As with the prior, even approving this additional cost would still be $45,000 less than the amount that was previously authorized by council for this project due to savings on the construction inspection and engineering phase.
I would entertain a motion for this. Councilmember Shornack.
I will make a motion to approve the additional $35,069.12 with regards to the total cost of the project for the 2022 water main replacement program. That is 23.
I think you're doing the wrong number.
Yeah, it's
Oh, am I?
64.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad.
we're on the next one.
Sorry.
64,000 is the number.
Thought that one said we're done. Okay. Well, I'm still going to approve the 2023 water main replacement balancing change order for whatever the amount is on here. There we go. 60. I'm there. 64,254.02 above the cost originally expected. I'm sorry, originally projected.
I would second that motion. Motion by Councilmember Shornack, seconded by Mayor Lesich to approve the 2023 water main replacement balancing change order. Any questions from council? Seeing none, any member of the audience? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. All right, item number 7N, set public hearing for CDBG funding. City Manager Levin.
Annually, we receive community development block grant funding from the county, and one of the required things that we have to do is hold a public hearing for that. We are recommending setting that public hearing date for January 9th, 2025.
Okay. Councilmember Odell.
I'd like to make a motion to set the public hearing for the CDBG funding to be held on January 9th, 2025.
Say that 3 times fast.
Motion by Councilmember Odell, seconded by Councilmember Baranski to set the public hearing for the CDBG funding on January 9th, 2025. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We have a public hearing. All right. Item 8, returning business.
Nothing.
Nothing, no returning business. How about the new microphones?
Point. Microphones have been ordered.
Thank you. Item number 9, report of city administration.
I attended the Live with the League and Macomb Partners meetings this week. We have started the public engagement process for the sidewalk gap planning grant. We should have the survey available through a number of outlets, including, I'm not sure if we had brought some tonight or not, no. We will have that up on our website and digital medias, and also available throughout some of our buildings. We have received the signed agreement from the library. Don had an opportunity to do a thorough review of that, and we are all on the same page about what the agreement is. That's been fully signed now, so now we're just working on putting together that list of items before we can start scheduling a closing. I did speak to Director Kretschmar about some of the data that we received from those speed posting signs. The one that we have over at Grove had some interesting data. Actually, less than 3% of the data from vehicles that they had passing were going 5 miles per more over the speed limit. So not that many, and when you look at 10 miles per hour or more over the speed limit, it drops down to about 0.5% of the vehicles.
So say that again?
So vehicles that are going 5 miles per hour or more over the speed limit on Grove, only about 3% of the vehicles were tracked as going that fast. And then looking at the 10 miles per hour or more over, less than 0.5%. So I just wanted to provide that data point. I'm sure that we don't have that data yet. I just wanted to kind of provide that as information that it's not really anything that's terribly significant. I know to people that live in the area, it still can be very frustrating to see vehicles going by. I know from my own personal experience, seeing vehicles going by, they appear to be going much faster than what they really are. But everybody at all times, really no matter where you are along any street, whether it be residential or a larger county line road, something like that, just always use caution when you're around a road. And certainly if you have children, make sure that you keep an eye on them.
Sorry if you've already said this too. What about Mulvey?
I don't have that data yet.
Yeah, there's a sign on Mulvey too.
Do we know how many cars it tracked on Grove? This is great data. I didn't
Yeah,
realize they were
sorry,
down.
this is
so
exciting.
I know, really.
Yeah, because people complain.
Yeah, because like this is empirical evidence of what's actually going on.
I don't have it in front of me, of course, but just from my recollection, it's over 4,000 cars and in a 7-day span. So it was like from December 1st to December 8th. I mean, it's been recording data, but this is what I asked to be pulled. And so it's a 7-day span, over 4,000 cars.
Great. Thank you. Don't pull it on Hayes. People will use that as a challenge.
So working with Comcast, we are still working on our migration. We do have our internet services migrated over. The next step will be migrating over the phones. We've started to check all of the sites to make sure that everything is in place for the phone migration. We're still waiting on the hardware as well. I'm still hoping that we'll be able to achieve it by the end of the year, if not certainly in January. I would like to congratulate our finance director, Angelie, and her team, and Yo on getting the audit completed on time. I know she is so excited about this, and I feel like we are all so fortunate to have her and a great team of people, and I'm glad that we are finally able to make that benchmark and get the audit completed in time. So thank you, everyone on council as well, for your support getting through that process. Other than that, just want to wish everyone a happy holidays and happy New Year, because we won't be back until January.
Thank you very much. Let's see, report of mayor, city council, item number 10. Let's start with Mr. Perry. Stylish Mr. Perry.
Just wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Okay. Councilmember Stott.
Yes, first I would like to thank Chris, the coordinator from Recreation, and all the staff, DPW, all the staff in the city, the mayor, everybody that was there for the tree lighting in Fraser. It was an amazing event, tons of turnout, great job. So I just want to say thank you to all you guys. A lot of people comments said, you know what, we feel like it's Fraser again. So kudos to all of you that did all that hard work. Other than that, I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I hope everybody gets to spend time with their families.
Okay. Councilmember Baranski.
I want to thank council for a very efficient meeting. This was a wonderful surprise, and I can't even believe I'm going to be home when, I thought we were going to be here till 11. So
second that.
thank you for that wonderful present, and happy holidays to everyone. The elections are over. Let's get back to remembering we're all neighbors. We're all growing the same way. Peace to all.
Councilmember Shornack.
Well, I wasn't at the tree lighting for the first time in, I don't know, probably 20 years because I was out of state. But it wasn't much warmer in Nashville, just for anybody who's going there. It's pretty cold there. But anyway, but I did want to comment that before I had left and now driving by, the DPW did a great job with the lights. It looks great. I think it represents the city well. So I wanted to say good job on that. Of course, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to all. Try to remember those, if you are able to, who are less fortunate in this season, whether it be financially and or they have nobody to celebrate this season with. So reach out for those people who are kind of like homebound or just don't have anybody. That's the time to invite them into your home, I think. So with that, I'm good. I'm happy too. I'm like, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa.
Councilmember Odell.
Obviously, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. The event was great. I was only here for a little while because I had another event, but it was well attended and well organized. I'm looking forward to 2025. I mean, we're going to have some major good things happen in the city. I mean, Garfield's going to get repaved. Hopefully, our industrial park is on the way to get new roads, which will hopefully spur more investment into our city, which will help with everything. So more efficiencies from our public service, or Fraser Police Department and Public Service. We just saw the post today that they got both ambulances going now, so that's going to serve our residents in their time of need better, and they found creative ways to make that happen financially. And we've got a lot of investment that's coming into our city, more programs from our recreation, an audit, so we know what our numbers are, so we can make good decisions. So 2025 is looking very bright, I think, for Fraser this year. So a lot of good things happening, and I think everybody up here is committed to keep that train going and doing even more. So other than that, have a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and enjoy your time with your families.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Edelman.
So I will echo what a couple other people already said, but want to just say thank you specifically to Chris Delbach, right? Okay, for his work on Christmas in Fraser. It's not always easy on him. We don't always make it easy, but he really rose to the occasion this year. And thank you to Mary also, who was running around helping and taking photos. I really appreciate it. It was a wonderful event. We thank you to everyone who donated. So many contributions from the industrial park as well as individual residents to the Polar Plunge. We raised over 4 times the amount of money this year that we did last year to support Fraser Goodfellows. So thank you so much for that. And something else. Now I'm going to lose it. Oh, yeah. So everyone else has thanked everyone else. But you know who I want to thank? Thank you, Don. Thank you, Don, for everything you do during the year. Lawyers do not get enough credit. So thank you for all of your hard work that you have done this year, because we put you through the ringer. Look, he's turning red. We put you through the ringer and we put you on the spot a lot. And you always either give us an answer or you get back to us with an answer later. So thank you so much for handling all of our requests with grace and insightfulness. You are appreciated.
That's the best Christmas gift I could ask for. So thank you.
That's it.
I don't know how you follow complimenting lawyers, but I just don't know how you do that, but I'll try to stay brief. I've got a couple of complaints. Christmas in Fraser was a wonderful event. Everyone worked hard, the staff, the volunteers, the band. Mary, you just kept, I just knew if I needed something, you would make it happen. And, but my complaint is that I was told that that pool would be heated. And I can assure you, it was 38 degrees, and thank God I was wearing a wetsuit. So, which,
It's called the Polar Plunge.
well, my legs were exposed, all right, people? But it's a lot of fun, and we had I think three people last year?
No, we had 8.
8, okay.
Yeah, it was about the same this year as last year.
I guess I blacked out after the previous plunge. But seriously, this is so much fun this year. We had so many people watching and cheering us on and laughing at us. I think what we need to make this grow this every year and get just a line of people, and then we just have the world's longest polar plunge. But I would like it heated. It was.
That defeats the purpose, no.
All right, fine. Anyway, get to a little more serious. I think we close out 2024 making a lot of progress this year. This is this 1-year anniversary of my becoming mayor, and I did not expect that we would be at this point with this much accomplished. I am certainly thoroughly happy that the audit is done on time. And so not much else I can say about that other than I think we're ending on a good note, and we're starting next year with a whole list of other things we need to keep doing. One thing I posted today on Facebook, and I wanted to, somebody mentioned that I should suggest it. Handy Helpers is a office of the Senior Services in Macomb County, helps seniors with home repairs. So you can contact the Office of Senior Services at Macomb County. It's a 469 number. And if you're 60 or over, they can help you with minor home repairs. There's actually some other support programs. I would strongly suggest if you have a home repair you need, even if it's faucets that are leaking, they can do those kind of things. So we all need a little help at this time of the year, and seniors especially. So that's all I really have. Thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas. And we will now finish the meeting. Next up, citizen participation. Anyone in the audience would like to come and talk about anything at this point in time? Come on up.
Jeff Cislano, 34673 Bennett. I have quite a few things to go over, so I'm just kidding you.
You get 5 minutes, though.
Oh, that's right. That's all I get. Yeah.
Got to speak like that guy in the FedEx.
I hate that rule.
Wasn't that role?
Anyways, by the way, I just wanted to note the festivity in the dress today. I came from work, so I didn't have any time to put on some red stuff, but very nice, especially Kenny. That's, whew, I'm sure you're rivaling Kenny there.
August has got him beat.
Yeah, he does. He did.
So I just wanted to say, because, this is actually probably my last meeting. I didn't realize you guys, it was January 9th was the next meeting, and I'll be in Italy. So I will not be at the next meeting, and I'm just guessing if everything goes well, this will be my last meeting. And I just wanted to publicly thank you guys. I feel like I know a lot of you now, so it's been a long ride. And I know I said this last meeting too, but I just wanted to thank you guys since I won't be at the January meeting. Hopefully everything goes well there. You mentioned something about getting the word out, which we will certainly do, but you guys are also going to put something out too, right? I assume.
Yes.
For that, and that'll have all the dollar amounts and everything that they're going to expect, that any owner would expect. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
So they'll know exactly the situation. It'll spell out the terms and everything, I assume?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Okay. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your trip.
Ciao.
Any other member of the audience like to speak tonight?
Yeah, Ken Imler, 18500 Malin. I apologize for not jumping out of my chair earlier, but I'm so used to hearing groans when I get up that last thing I was expecting was Councilwoman Shornack calling me up.
I was just surprised. It's not a meeting. You don't end it with you, or start it with you.
Yeah, we send out emails. We'll take care of all the industrial park. We make sure if we're representing them, that every email that they're well covered and brought up to speed. Joe, I just found out, is not on our email list, so that's why he came in cold.
Okay.
So we'll cover that. And, yeah, thank you for everything. Thank you for, to Don Denault for keeping you all out of jail. And for our wonderful police chief I have not seen any chairs flying this year.
It's been a good year.
And usually I wear a team outfit, but I'm just so happy we got this thing over with, the election.
Almost there.
Almost, right. Almost there. We got to make it. And I just wanted to also say, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs and the cats. And I'd be remiss if I didn't tell Kenny Perry, you topped yourself today. And I got your shoes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those Trump shoes?
All right. Is there anything else, Mr. Mayor?
That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other member audience like to speak?
One more time. Joe Jablonski, 34700 Commerce. Well, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Now I'll be going to communicate with that person, so.
Great. Glad we cleared that up tonight, so.
Okay. Well, no, because, just sometimes, feel differently. The people, like I say, laughing from us.
I
In
understand.
subdivision, we tried in that area, the old businesses and pray for new one, because I know it's bunch of people and moving out from this subdivision. Someone I moved to Insolin, someone moved to the Highland Park, someone moved to the Mexico, because it's tied to, the EV or whatever the other parts, it's tough time.
Yep.
Just like I speak, the neighbor, and many neighbor say worst years, I don't know, in behind us or the front house. Well, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas one more time.
Thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome to come anytime.
Any other member of the audience like to speak tonight? That's it. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion?
Third, fourth.
Motion, okay, who made the motion? Who made the second?
Me.
Okay, motion by Councilmember Baranski, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Sutherland to adjourn the December 12th meeting at 7:34 PM. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Sam.
Rocket meeting. Thank you, everyone, and Merry Christmas.
I'm going to. Close and go to mine.